where's the button? Holy shit. There it is. Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? YouTube is 2 seconds behind. Oh, yeah, YouTube's always behind. Because Twitch just takes your stream and feeds it to the next person. Whereas YouTube takes your stream and, like, processes it and stuff and then shoots it out to everybody. So, how are we doing? It looks like the ad worked out just right on Twitch. It ended right about when the intro ended, so hopefully that'll kind of stay the same. Because the only way to turn on the cool stuff on Twitch is to also run ads. So, in 2 weeks, I've already made Twitch affiliate, so I've got that turned on, a bunch of emotes and all that stuff on the Twitch side. So it's kind of like a mullet, you know, business in the front, YouTube, party in the back, Twitch. But anyway, what's up, everybody? Early crews here. Most of them, well, where's the mouse? There it is. Looks like Gassy Masher, Joe Russ, yeah, Joe Russ, Nate Smith, and appreciate that 99 pence. Phil in the kitchen, got to talk to all of India at once, apparently. Delta Mike's here, Matambale, Simon Griffins. Frankie78 was here early as well. I'm sure I'm missing someone, but we'll get there. Oh yeah, scroll down, asshole. Hey, yeah, and then there's Mr. S, there's Chris. Jacques Attack, Jiraj, what's up? Clive, how you doing? But anyway, cheers everybody, and thanks again for that super sticker. What's up, Little Jeb? Kevin Hardesty. All right, so we I still haven't even heard back from Stirling Kit. Now, granted, I didn't email them until Monday because last week was a little less than optimal. And then I started to look for just the O-rings, and apparently they don't sell just those O-rings. You have to buy the kit. But nobody has the kit, which is interesting because it's kind of like, if you're all sold out of the kit, is that because there's a problem? Because that's how it works in my industry. Yeah, that's on back order. Yeah, it breaks a lot. So I'm going to give them a few more days to reply, and if I don't hear anything, then I'm just going to source my own 22x1 fluorine O-rings, and we'll just do it that way. But we'll get as much as we can get done up until then, anyway. It keeps telling me about this mobile dashboard, but like, how am I supposed to manage my stream on a mobile dashboard when I'm sitting in front of a camera? Anyway. Oh, anything else? Everybody's okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, Sharaj, you're on Twitch. You're on. Okay. Not fluorine. Fluorethylene. The green ones. I forget what they're called. Big name. The green ones that they use in like air conditioning systems a lot. Like I have some for work, but I already checked. I don't have any 22x1. And if we end up having to source our own O-rings, then I'm just going to replace them all, because I'd rather have all the same type of O-ring in there. The camping trip was perfect, except for it rained on Sunday, so I couldn't like make camp breakfast. But like Saturday, I was going to go hiking. I was going to do this, going to do that. I didn't do anything. I just stayed around camp, knocked down 2 standing deadwood trees, cut them up, and tomorrow or tonight, depending on if we got to end the stream early because we run out of shit to do. But I have roughly 3.5, maybe 4 hours of film I did of recording that I'm just going to do a camping ASMR video. And then I'll have chapters in it. So like so that way you know where to skip around if you just want to check out the camping. But if not, it's just going to be, it's 3.5 hours and I don't say anything except the occasional grunt or whatever. But it's, I'm hoping it comes out pretty good. got a storm in it. So we did get some storm, although the rain's really loud. So I may have to turn the rain down. But the thunder came in good. Like the phone worked good for picking up ambient sounds and stuff. But yeah, I did catch like somebody said something in one of the comments to try and get some footage. And that's what gave me the idea of just making like an ASMR style video. But anyway, yeah, so that's the what? Oh, no. None of that there, Mike. Not without the internet, because then it just isn't as fun. But why don't we go ahead and take a phone call? Oh, where is yellow? Yeah. No, I got some stuff. I got my. Did I get? Yeah. I got soldering iron. I got some flange gasket sealant. Yeah, put that shit on everything. And yeah, we'll get a little farther tonight. See how it goes. Mm-hmm. All right. All right. Cheers, everybody. Oh, I literally just sat in the storm there, Naismith, for a good, I guess, like 20 minutes or so. I just sat there until, like, there was this big-ass crack of lightning. And, like, within maybe 5-10 seconds of the thunder that hit, like, the rain got really cold. And I'm like, what the fuck? Was that the sound of them turning on the fucking AC compressor? So finally I got up and sat underneath the tarp and, why isn't the 2-2? Oh, there it is. And just watched it from there, lit the lantern. And the lantern was fine. Like it's not in here, the fake one is. The gas, that was fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I just had to fix the jet cleaner in it. But I really didn't do much, and it was amazing. It was exactly what I needed. Especially after, last week. I'm going to try to get that video out sometime tomorrow and then start collecting Spaz pictures and videos. I don't know how many really videos I have of her. I think it's mostly just pictures. We get some stuff together for that. Oh yeah, Frankie, Delta Mike's got he's got a popular YouTube channel. Delta Mike down and out. All right, we got, this is still burning. Hold on. All right, let's do a vertithermal woofle, and then we'll get to, we'll start with the alternator this evening. Ooh. Where are we at? There it is. Number one. One for Freddy. Barely see him. One over here. Well, there we go. Back there. No spill. Good. Didn't spill anything. That's always nice. That over there. How's my? Yeah, I'm actually warmed up today. All right. Yeah. There's Mike's channel. You're racing me to 1 million. If you're trying, and you'll win, because I'm not really trying. Kind of trying. I mean, I gotta. I keep doing this shit backwards, upside down, and everything. But like, I got a bar now. Like, I added that. That's kind of neat. That adds everything. That's Twitch and YouTube. So that's neat. Good evening from the Cologne area. Must smell awfully nice. Yeah, Johnny 5. Well, actually, he's right there too. There's his treads. There's one of my stickers. All right. So we got that. Why don't we see if that's working and see what we can do here with the cam, or with the alternator. Where is the button? There. All right, let me grab that. Grab this. Grab some water. Ooh, I guess let's see how much noise this soldering iron makes. Oh, good. That's some janky ass thing. That's probably because it's old school. There ain't no like digital bullshit going on with this thing. And here's the sealant I got. If you can kind of see it. This is both a sealant and adhesive kind of thing. Like I use that on anything and everything. Whether it calls for RTV, your mom, fucking whatever. I just use that and it works great. And once it dries, it really fucking holds one to shit. You call shenanigans. Well, I'm not going for your title. What's going on? Oh, jeez. Ah, jeez. These little dividers suck. Like, bad. Like, you can almost feel a vacuum off of them. Alright, let's see what we can do. Here's where we are, in case you missed that. I mean, the blocks must show, and I'm going to pull this out and put some of that sealant on it, because this is one of the known leaky points here where these two O-rings are. Yeah, we'll do that soon. Alright, so the alternator. We need to disassemble. No disassemble. Alright. This. And handle. Tiny Allen. Burp. Exactly. Where's the mouse? There it is. Alright, as far as I can tell, we just take it all the way apart. Yeah, okay. Let's do this. Let's do the main body first. Here. Let me give you a little more. I need to put like a dot on this mat wherever dead center is. Oh boy. Patty pulls up at the traffic lights next to a stunning looking girl. Patty smiles at her and winds his window down. She smiles back and winds her window down. Patty says, "Have you farted as well?" Ah, boy. Yep, there you go. It probably helped if I took all four out. It's like working at the auto parts store. Okay, what clock did you need that again? I ain't gonna pull too hard, but it may require all the screws out. Patty does sound classic. Why are frogs so happy? Because they eat whatever bugs them. Oh, nice. Okay. So we have that all apart. We can take the little ring off. That's just the stator, yeah. Dismantle the generator, cut the wires. To about 1 inch long. So we're going to go a little bit longer. See what they want us to do here first. All right, snippy, snippy. I need to get like a little helping, like a little tiny squeezy clamp holder thing. That would be super useful for stuff like this, I think. Sounds like it might. All right, let's grab this. See what we got here. Voltage regulator, and the rest of this is just hardware. Maybe we'll put the gear on, but all right. Okay, cut those. Find your mouse. Okay, now scroll down. YouTube and Twitch notifications 14 minutes after going live. Little alligator clip. Yeah, I got like a alligator clip helping hands downstairs, but I always end up just wrapping them in tape anyway. So I need to get the 3D printer up because then I can just make something like very easily, or just go find it and print it. You know what I mean? Attach it. And any 3 wires are welded to the 3 contacts of any circuit board. It's a little vague, but I know what they mean. So we're going here with 3 wires. And then we have to tuck it in. Damn, where the fucking mouse is on? And then that gets tucked in. And then we solder more wires. Well, we'll solder these wires to it for the output. But we're not going to do anything with the regulator, the final regulator, until it's mounted, so we know how much wire we need and stuff. All right, so they want that. Basically, this can go anyway, but this, I actually have it set up so that it sits in there, which is neat. Sits a little wonky because the wires are kind of against it, but that's okay. And do you want the wires on the outside? Okay. See, there's really no reason. Yeah, we can just do that and just have the wires come right over the top. It's just everything's all wiggly. Enough screwing around. Oh, that's actually 3. Oh, that sucks. Because this never separates, right? Okay, not so bad. 1. Usually when the stuff separates, it like takes half the insulation of the other wire with it. But no, these actually, okay, we're good there. Let's go ahead and do about that much. And I don't know that these are gonna catch it, but they just burn the insulation off. I can't really get this to. Yeah. Let's see. Let's try these. Okay, there's one. There's one. Hello. There's 2. That's 3. All right. Let's get everything tinned up. Pull in my classic. This has been around for a little while, don't you think? Just a little while. I love this shit. This is like ultra resin. I am going to have to actually check my phone because I am on call. Technically. Loop just a little bit on the wires. Yeah, for those that don't know, actually I haven't mentioned it in quite some time. The 1st through 10th of the month, I'm on call. So I actually got to pay attention to the phone. And we're good. Apparently Newbie is streaming. What do we got up here? What's up, Fama? Wiggly, just going. Sorry, I was already behind schedule. And oh, okay. You're where are you at now? What part of the world are you tormenting? Let me turn the heat down on that a little bit. Oh, I forgot to bring my freaking. Ow. Brillo fucking thing. Hold on. Let's see. There we go. It's more than one way to punch a moose. What? What did he just say? That guy's fucking weird. Oh, crazy. I should have used the toilet paper. There we go. Okay. Now I've been using this lately. It's going pretty good. No complaints. I like using thin solder for most stuff, even if I'm doing big jobs. I like the skinnier stuff. And I'm not like Clive super ultra weird fucking one-handed solder guy. I mean, no disrespect, but his technique of soldering is unusual. Does anybody else on here like solder like Clive, Big Clive does with like one hand? Damn. Hold on. Where's the switch for that? I'm old. Get a little extra light here. These are like, I don't know, 500 gauge. I think there's only like a couple strands solder or copper in there. All right, now let's put this on here. Is it on there? Oh no, we need to flip it before we put it on. That's right. All right, well, let's see. If we do that, that's going to be there. What's the best way to put this on where it's not interfering with too much stuff? Seems like they should have had like a little spacer or something there. It would have made this fit a lot better. It always looks like you. Almost looks like there was. There's a little tiny spacer looking thing. But their wires come out differently. These wires come, let's see how they kind of come up through the plate? They're not supposed to do that. So let me see if I can, oh man, they're actually captured in there. So that's why this isn't sitting correctly. It's a different alternator. Yeah, those are captured, but they are glued beyond that. So I think should be fine to nip the little ring. Hopefully just the ring. Or I'll be ordering another alternator. See here. Might be. I think that's a metal plate. Yeah, that is a metal plate. What the? Alright, so let's see. Is there anything in here that can assist with this? No. These are all other things. So if that's going to tighten up to that, all we need to do is to have this plate sit. I mean, it can float a little bit. That's fine. And yeah, it'll sit right flush on the back plate. That'll be fine. All right. All right, let's just leave that there. Go ahead, solder these wires, pick a position, and go. Okay. I imagine these are really freaking delicate wires. I am working very slow. As I do not want to find out the hard way that they are, in fact, very delicate wires. Whew, okay. What's up, Laurie? That is a tiny alternator, yes, indeed. Ooh. Alright, so that should all be fine. Do that. That seems weird. It's definitely because this is a different style alternator than what is in the picture. Because right now, this has a thing that's going to spin around and grind the fucking... grind the circuit board up. It's got a little snap ring in it. Let's see, but, woo, easy. If we take the snap ring off, the circuit board itself will be the retainer for the bearing. Oh wow, that just went somewhere. Good. Well, we don't need it anyway. Yeah, they had all that out. Like that's just a auxiliary retainer for the bearing, but now the circuit board will keep the bearing from shifting. So So I guess that's why we removed those, and who knows where that clip went. I thought I had control of it, but it had other ideas. Sure, I'll find that in like 20 years when I step on it. Let's see. Gently tuck these under and off the coils. Yeah, actually, that'll work just fine. Okay. At that point, the wires aren't interfering as much as I thought they would. That's good. Alternators on minis are much bigger. They're not much bigger, though. Come on, Phil. They ain't much bigger. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta put that ring back on. That through the little output hole. Line those up. Let's get the main body tightened down first. See how everything acts. I'm not gonna like. Feels like this can go like. I'll just do it almost tight. Get everything in there first. Yeah, and anyway, either way, when you're doing something like this with 4 things, 4 bolts going through a flange, or, this is basically a flange. Don't tighten one up until they're all in, just in case you gotta, like, a little bit of wiggle room, literally. Oh, I missed top of the hour? Shit. Let's see. The next ad on Twitch starts in 25 minutes. So that's in there. I wonder if YouTube does that with live streams. I don't know. See, the thing with Twitch, you got to turn the monetization on to get all the, like, I call them goofy stuff, like all the fun stuff in chat. You got to be, they got to have a reason to want to allow you to do that. But I have it on minimum ads. We'll hit the vape on 420. Let's see. That's not right. Okay, so that's not right. Let's take this off. Like, it spins a little bit, then it just kind of stops. Like, I wonder if something else has changed on this alternator that is now an issue. Is it just a shit bearing? What's going on? Oh, the damn clip. As I was spinning it around, the clip was stuck in the armature, sticking out. All right. Okay. All right. Well, at least figure that out. I was like, what is it? Why does it look like there's a, like, it don't look like a beetle sticking out, like one of them the big, what are they, scarabs? Scarab? Is that the Egyptian beetle thing? I thought it was like one of them like climbing out or something. I'm like, what is that? Like pincher beetle thing. Let's just put 2 screws in and then we'll check the spinny ability of it. Okay, so far so good. A little spacer they got in there doesn't quite fit. Like it's just a little big. So you just kind of hold it in the center. Let's see what's up here. Can't see the clock. There we go. What's up, Frank Netabetti? Josh? Yes, this is a alternator generator, yeah, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this is the one for our little engine buddy. Apparently, well, out of the box, it's a generator. We're converting it to an alternator. Basically, the biggest difference just being whether or not it has a voltage control on it or not. Generator puts out AC, which this was originally putting out 3-phase AC, now it's putting out DC, which makes it an alternator. It's spinning. Okay. Let's put the other ones in there. Does it use permanent magnets or is it electrically excited? I would say this one is it looks like it has coils and magnets. I mean, it was a generator. It's a 3-phase generator, so that pretty much puts it at just magnetically excited. Because as far as actually, I guess you are going to have a battery for the starter. I mean, at best, you could just call it a 1-wire alternator that still needs to be energized. I don't know. I wonder if that's the right way. It's like there's 2. I just noticed this can go on 2 different ways. You can't even tell in the picture. It is recommended to install a capacitor. Golly gee, I hope I can find one somewhere. Maybe in the box of 1,000,000,000 I got fucking downstairs. Alright, we'll reclock this later if we need to. And you gotta undo the 4 screws and just pivot the housing. Alright. I think we're gonna need flux for this. Almost 420. Ooh, actually, that's got holes. Why don't we put this through? Oh, and it's got 2-sided solder. I wonder which side. I should have looked. If I were to realize that, I would have looked to see which side really matters, but we'll try to get both sides. This is, I'm sure, overkill for this application, but that's the skinniest I had besides bell wire, so. A lot of cheers going on. Am I missing something? One night stand magnets. Okay, which one? We going there. So according to this, actually no, that looks like it might actually be clocked correctly. Alright, so according to this side's positive, which I guess we'll check all that when it's hooked up. Ooh, we left behind a couple strands. No careless whiskers. And actually, let's go this way with it. Actually, no. Let's go this way. I don't want something to be in the way of a bracket or something. So let's put that right about there. That way we can get to both sides with solder. Nice and juiced up. Clean that. No, no. There you go. Ah, bugger. Oh, just in there. You sit right there. That worked out. Flowed through to the other side. Alright, cool. That is not touching the body of the alternator. Move that way. There. Whew. Plus 10 points for careless whiskers. Yes. Appreciate that. I try. Come on, flow through. Nope. All right. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Oh, now it heats all the way through. Yeah. All right. Now we have an alternator. Yeah, actually, it spins nice now. With all those tightened up, got the armature pulled back. It's got a nice spin to it now. Good. All right. And then from there, once we're ready, we got plus and minus here. We'll verify before we hook it up. Actually, we might be able to do that now. Let me see. Let me put this. I'm going to put this with our little digital tachometer. Because that's pretty much what the alternator... Well, actually, yeah, if we have a little battery, then I guess this might charge the battery. I don't know. Let's see. Earwigs are terror bugs. Yeah. Oh, I missed 420. Hold on. Cheers, everybody. Have a shot. Have a puff. Have a smoke. Pinch a butt. Pet your cat. Cheers. Oh, earwigs. The little, what the hell do we call them? Silverfish. The guys with the two big antennas, they just kind of look like commas and with two antennas kind of thing. Norm? Norm! As soon as I saw Norm, that's exactly what Norm! Alright, anyway. Oh yeah. Let's see if we get lucky here. Got my meter. Yeah, it's up there. I wonder if we can just spin this by hand enough. Because I don't have any clampy bits up here. I really gotta like convert the, like I really need to finish this workbench so I can have it fully kitted. I want to bring my oscilloscopes up here and put them on the first shelf, especially the old big boy. Old fucking dinosaur, put that big bitch up there. Man, I'm gonna have to come. I may have to hang part of it from the ceiling because the shelf isn't very deep. Not as deep as your mom. I hate electrician meters. They always start on AC. Alright, let's see if I can figure out a way to make these wires stay connected to these. No, actually, yeah, we'll just do this. I know we have plenty of extra wire here. This is what they did before they invented alligator clips. This is how the cave people did it. Thought I had a full clip kit for this, but it's probably in the work van. May have to order. Actually, I don't know. God, how long ago was that I did a stream and all we were doing was sitting at a test bench making test leads for work. Maybe I'll do one of them for getting in here set up. All right, can you see that? Yeah, that's a little better. There you go. All right. Let's see what happens if we... Yeah, that's fine. What if we go the other way? Well, I could spin it faster the other way. 2.5. 2.8. Does this have... Oh, it does have a min-max. Max. Zing. Max overload. Okay. Well, oh, why is it stuck on millivolts? I don't use this meter very often. AC millivolts. DC. You would think there's an auto select. Like, seriously? You do min-max and it locks the voltage range? Alright, fuck it. That's fucking weird. I would expect something better from Klein. That's awesome. I think I need to record that. Pew pew! Alright, so we have a pew pew alternator that does at least 4.7 volts. Guess we'll see how it does at fucking like 8 billion RPM. Pew pew! That's awesome. That's great. The little things that entertain you. Pew pew! Alright, so positive and negative is labeled correctly. Where are you going? Alright, scissors. I'm gonna put a little bit of tape there. I don't have any heat. And again, if I had heat shrink, I'd put some heat shrink right there, but I'm gonna put a little bit of tape on there just to keep those a little sturdier. Later, if need be, we can take the tape off or just put some heat shrink over top of it. We'll see how the layout works once everything's mounted up. Alright, so there's that. The generator output wire is connected to the voltage. The voltage voltage in plus is connected to the generator output positive. The VN negative is connected to the negative electrode. The transformer out is the voltage output. Plus minus represents the positive and negative power supply. Okay, you know what? That makes me wonder. What do we have here? Because that's putting out DC voltage. So what do we have here? Somebody pull up Google, please. Somebody pull up an optometrist as well. Fuck. Wow, where's my phone? Like, I need big boy magnification. Like, what is that? I'm guessing is the ground. Okay, that's a ground plane on the back. Positive on the front. That's weird. This says ACN. But there isn't it. Like, did they just give you 2 ways to do this? Because I'm looking, this isn't the thing in the picture. So I think they just gave us 2 ways to do it. An internal way and an external way. I was saying, I don't know why we would need anything once we're already generating DC voltage. What? And then I look and it's 3-phase, so that doesn't make any sense either. Let's see, and these I'm guessing are just diodes. 5536. Or is that an S? A little contrast. Give me some more zoom, baby. That's actually not helping. Okay. It's 5536 or SS? Oh, SS. Well, it looks like it might be SS36. But yeah, like that's a rectifier, but that's what we just put in here as well. So I guess they gave you 2 different ways to do it. Yeah, rectifier module, AC-DC to DC out, yeah. Output is about 1 amp on this one. That one, I think this one had more, I think this had more diodes on it. I feel like that may have had 9. Or did it also have, but either way, fuck it, we got what we need and we have a backup. Okay. So we don't need the regulator, but we may put a capacitor on there, but I've got this, if I got the starter, it's going to have a battery, and at that point, like, you know, I mean, that's it. But we'll still keep this in the tech kit. Top Smoke, what's up? How was camping? Camping was absolutely amazing. I did a lot of relaxing, filmed a bunch of video that is going to come out as like a camping ASMR kind of thing. But I'm going to index it in case, you know, you're not interested in watching the same scene for who knows how long at a time. Now the one fire scene I got is, what, an hour and 45-minute long? And then the phone ran out of storage because I didn't have enough connection to, like, get stuff off. And apparently, Android will not, my Android phone, when plugged into a fucking Chromebook Plus, like a pretty new Chromebook Plus, it won't transfer files over that fucking mythical 4 gigabytes. So I'm guessing it's still using some busted ass file system that can't handle moving, because I could move 1 gig movie files, 2 and 3 gig files, but I tried to move a 6 and it just failed. Like the file was there, no problem, but it just failed. So I can only, I'm guessing it's someone is still using something of an archaic file system. All right, alternator is updated. Well, I'm sorry, generator is now an alternator. All right, I don't want to put too much sideways tension on that. Let's kind of do that. All right, that's pretty sturdy. Let's wrap these pieces of copper around. Yeah, it might still be FAT32, but I thought Android being based on Linux would be using, like, I don't know, what do they use? FS? What's the latest? Was it like FS4, file system 4 or something like that? Like, I figured I would assume they were using a Linux based file system on Android, but if they're using FAT32, then what the fuck? Someone needs to have a talking to. What bag was the alternator in? Where's the bits and pieces? Okay, that's the bits and pieces bag. Oh, I actually used, what did I use that bag for? Oh, no, here we go. It's got the belt for it. Did I get late? No, I didn't even leave the campsite except for I did an afternoon lap around like the loop where the campsites were, and then I did an evening lap with my lantern. A couple of people stopped me to ask about the lantern. Alright, so we got all the electronics there. Good. Alright. Oh, I should keep the clip and the spacers for the alternator bearing in case that regulator fails. And I need to use the external one. I'm going to have to put these bushings back in. Come on. God, they're so tiny I can't even pick them up. And I see I'm squeezing too hard. Squeeze too hard and the tips bend back outwards. Gotcha. Gentle touch. Got it. What's up, C2S? TJ? Did I miss anybody? Kurt, what's up? Just got home. That's all good. We're still here. We're still missing O-rings, but we're still here. Oh, so that goes here. The rest of that bracketry, I guess we'll figure it out. There's pictures. We can figure it out off the pictures. Yay, pictures. Okay, let's see. Fucking thing. Let's smack the microphone. Alright, let's see. Let's grab that. The old guy thing there. Alright. So I want to put flange sealant with that. Best way to do that is going to be to just remove it as an assembly. These are sealed by O-rings, so those should be fine. Because, I mean, they are some tiny ass O-rings. I don't want to do this. Yeah, I guess we can just use those. We're done with that. There we go. And that. Whee! Actually know where that went. All right. Need to get some toothpicks in here. We call this grape jelly. Like I said, it seals everything. Like, it wants to seal things. This shit is great. I use that shit on everything. Like, you could pretty much put an entire engine together using just this. And head gaskets. I mean, those you can't goo on. Well, from what I understand, a lot of the newer stuff, their tolerances are so tight that they've been using less and less gaskets. I feel like someone actually did a liquid gasket, or at least tried it at some point at the factory level. Alright, that's sealed. Well, good. Well, not good, not good, but you know, good up. Oh no, it is on the side. Insert into hole. Let's get these threaded in. Okay. It's in there. I can see a little bit of a squish. That's good. That should never leak. And that should probably never ever come out of this block again as well. There's enough, if that tolerance is tight enough, then that's probably enough in there that it would be almost, like, this is like the Loctite of liquid gasket. Like, it holds it in there. I love this stuff. Oh, that's right. We didn't put this on because of we needed gasket sealant. All right, let me pull up the engine directions. So I know we did bypass a few things because of the mouse disappearing, like it's been doing lately. God damn. Too many freaking monitors. Alright, anyway. Yeah, we don't have all those things. Oh, right. Okay, so we got that one pipe. That can go in now. Where was that? In here, there's the camshaft. Headers, some extra hose. Don't think that's like ignition wire stuff. Where's that little pipe at? Where did we put that? Hello, little pipe. Oh, there it is. Of course, it's in the bottom tray. But at least it was in the correct spot, so. Move that. These are like little pieces. Oh, them little guys. Little tiny headers. Oh. Alright, so we got this thing here with a tiny O-ring and number 36. Let's see. Number 36 is a weird looking screw that should be in here. Tweezers, pinchy pinchies. Hello, pinchy pinchies. There we go. Bent. Oh, there we go. Yep, there it is. Okay, so we have that screw, that O-ring. Is this? Oh, yeah, this actually has a piece of clear plastic holding on the tiniest mother Frenchin O-ring I've ever been seen. Oh, wow, this is I don't even know if you'll be able to see that. Out of the way. Where is it? There it is. Can you see the little tiny hole in there? In between the rings? Like this is a tiny, what's called a banjo bolt. What I call a banjo bolt. Bolt that allows fluid, that acts as like a fluid joint. Not one you smoke though. Where does this go? Get back in there. Oh, it goes right there. Is that it? Okay, yeah, so this goes... How does this go? That goes there. Oh, and this goes right... Okay, this goes dead center. Okay, that's... Oh, crap, we have to put this in before we put that in. Maybe? Oh, this is weird. Hold on, let me pop this back in. How does that... What? That must go... That doesn't go there. No. How the fuck does this go? It's the hand crank. Welcome, Spud. Where's Spud? What's up, Boink? Spudley went out. There you are. What's up, Spudley? How's it going there? Good morning from Australia. Australia, not Austria. Australia. What month is it there? Like, I know your time's weird. Are you guys into like June or July yet? I'm really not seeing where the hell this thing goes. Like, I see a hole for it. That is like where you screw it down. That's all open. Like, I'm not seeing a thing for this. They make it look like it goes like right at the base here. Am I missing something like ultra obvious? What if, like, see, that's weird because some of those holes line up. That is threaded. I think that is it. Okay, no, I think that is it. Okay. How do I get that in there? I gotta pop that for a second. Okay. Alright, we'll just reapply some stuff there. Okay, got it. That was just weird. It just did not really seem like it wanted to fit there. But then it just went thunk, and it's like, yeah, it fits fucking perfectly for some reason now. Whatever. Alright. We are moving on. I'm going to apply some sealant here. See, there's two little grooves there. I wonder if they tried putting O-rings there and it just didn't really work out. So now they just have you put some RTV-ish stuff. All right. Yeah, okay. I got that actually fits really well. I need to put the O-ring. Where is that O-ring at? Oh, there it is. So the O-ring goes underneath. Somehow. Guess we're going to pull that back this through there. Okay, that is not fitting very well. Yeah, it needs to be opened up just a pinchy pinch. That's interesting. It doesn't look like this is actually... Is that hollow? Oh no, there's a really tiny hole. We just got to have to clean it out, I guess, because that is not fitting. Let me go ahead and wipe this off for now so it's not getting all over the place. Alright, so let's move that. That's definitely the right screw. So, not there, not there. This has to go through there. That is currently not going to happen. Where'd the O-ring go? That's there. We'll put this back over here. Alright, what do we have to open this up? There. Where is, oh, here it is. Are there any tiny ass files in this thing? Small, that one might work. Yeah, see if we can open this up a little bit. Is there a purchase link for the engines? Not that I'm aware. No, not that I have. No, it's just I got it from stirlingkit.com. What's up, Mark? How you doing, bud? Just do your best not to mess around with the surfaces where the O-rings will be, if you have to do the same thing, I guess. And don't get into a hurry and like grab a drill bit, because that's bad. What's up, Chippy? Is there a book assembly time for the engine? I have no idea. Sorry about that. What am I reaming? I'm guessing this is for cooling or something. Something hooks up to it. It's probably, let's see, where's the engine? This is... this is going to have oil hooked up to. Oh, this must be where the oil pump comes in. Because it's an external oil pump. So this is the oil rail that sprays down on the crank. It's just not quite open all the way. Just a little bit more. Other side. Doesn't quite work as a flute, but you can definitely blow some holes. Right. That's acceptable. Let's see. See the picture, that's all. The picture doesn't show the copper washers. And it shows that green, the floor or whatever ring. This has a shitload of washers on it. Can't imagine they'd need one on the bottom. That's probably a ceiling washer. Anyway, is this one of those things where like there's an upgrade that I'm missing? I don't think so. One time at band camp. It's always just that one time. Alright. Let's see. Where is that? What is this list? Does this list the green O-ring by itself? It does not. But was that? Yeah, it's not a 6x1 by 2. Okay, yeah, those are bearings. Okay. This may actually be that. Yeah, that's not that. Okay, so that's a different part. Okay, so these are different separate pieces, things. Okay. So we need to separate these. I thought it was weird that there was 2 copper washers just kind of chilling. That didn't really make much sense to me. But now I'm wondering, because this ring that's on here appears to be a retainer. Like, doesn't want these little tiny gaskets, like silver or copper gaskets, to come off. Let's see. Yeah, like that doesn't really have a choice. Anyway, okay. Let's do that. 2 copper. All right. We're going to put that back in its slot. And we will put copper washers on either side. That don't want to stay on there. It will in a second. Well, that one will anyway. That will never fall off again. Okay. Let's re-goo this, even though there's still some on the block. We're just going to make sure, and then when we put the water pipe back, we'll apply a little more goo to it as well. There's one. I don't care which flathead it is, just give me a flathead. There we go. Right. Not that it needs to be super sealed, because this whole section is oil gallery, or galley, or whatever you want to call it. Let's apply, reapply that. Sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, Twitch has the first Babs emoji thing. But that might be for subscribers? I forget. I think I put that under. Oh, yeah, because that's an animated one. So that's for like subscriber thing people. Make it toit. Yeah, lots of. Let's actually take this, clean that off. We don't need it on that flange. Nice. Good there. That's down. Clean that up a little bit right there. Cool. That is stuffed with sealant. Oh, wow, I'm missing all the chat. Holy shit. You sure those washers are on right? Usually on a banjo bolt, the 2 brass ones between the sealant. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. It kind of weird, but yeah, got that sorted. Brass on brass. Why is Frank's a different color? Is that because it's an at? Mr. S just resumed chosen sub emote unlock. Oh yeah, which one? Oh yeah, the tiny mama was one of them. Yeah, appreciate that there, Mr. S. Okay, where are we at here? Okay, so we got that. So that's now good. Now has a way to get oil. Still don't have any gno rings. Those are installed. Those didn't need any goo. Screw after with silicone sealant. Gotcha. Okay. We can put that cover on. Is that those bolts? Are those blinds? I don't think they go in anything, but I will put sealant on the screws just in case that goes through into a gallery. It's not very specific, but it kind of makes it seem like you should put adhesive on the screws, which I'm fine with. Like, if that's the case, then yes, it's definitely based on a small block Chevy, because there are screws you have to put thread adhesive on, or you will be leaking everything. Everything. All right. 4 silver. Whoa, what the fuck? Woo, that's loud as shit. What was that? Someone just subscribed. Hey, C2S, appreciate that. It's my first sub. I think you get a badge for that or something. That's really loud. Was that really loud to you guys? Or just me? I may have to turn that down a little bit. Woo! Guess it's a one. Yeah, I got a lot of that working. Yeah, how loud was that? That was loud. Okay, hold on. That's weird. I don't have a separate volume control for it. Hold on a sec. Ah, there we go. Got it. All right. I had to enable control through OBS, so I just turned it down 20 decibels. That's roughly about where the stream elements thing is, so that'll work out. Sorry about that, everybody. Whew. Christ, trust me, yeah, that was loud, but appreciated nonetheless. Thank you again there. That's C2S? Yeah, C2S. Thank you very much. Here, actually, you know what? Here, let's do a toast to in case you missed here. Sure. No, cheers, everybody, and cheers to that to my first official sub. My fresh cup of whoop ass. All right, let's take a puff. Yeah, Z2S is like, hey, look at me. Whoop, whoop. Well, that's fine. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. When's our next commercial? We have a commercial break on Twitch in 2 minutes and 50 seconds, just so you know. Like, I'll warn you when I can, and if I knew there's a commercial playing at any point on Twitch, I'll do my best not to do anything cool. Cheers. All right. Let's see. We got the screws. Now we need number 62. The plate. There it is. Yeah, I figured it'd be on top. Oh, yeah, and that's all. I think these are like the little tiny lifters. What was that? Wait, what? You just subscribed? Was that a delay, or did it do that weird thing where it steals your subscription? Because I'm pretty sure you were subscribed. So many noises. Of course, that noise has been around for a while. It's just weird when you're not looking right at it to see it. Okay, this doesn't sit flat anymore. God, it's so damn close. Hey. There's what's left of a load wheel off of a order picker. This would normally have like a bunch of poly fucking wrapped around it. But since this is sitting, you know, it's got nubs and shit. And just fucking carefully, of course. Boom. Now we have a flat working surface. Sweet. Alright. It's the weird thing. I've been subscribed for a while now. Yeah. Loud noises! Yeah. Yeah, it's, who knows? It's YouTube. It's weird. Let's go ahead and paint this up. And while no, you don't necessarily need to be a Picasso to get the ceiling on there, you do want to be at least a little bit better than what you were doing in kindergarten. Remember, we are not in a hurry. Let me just get some freshie out here. Put that shit on everything. I love this stuff. One more up there. One more up there. Got a bunch packed into the threads, so I don't have to worry about trying to get this onto the threads of the screw. It'll pick it up as the screw goes in. Oh, here. Whoa. That. That. 13. Oh, give it. Oh shit. Give it. Oh wow, that's the bits thing. Oh fuck. Okay. Hold on. I created that last night. I figured that would never get used. Holy shit. Thanks, man. Give a toast. Hey, you know what? Not to bring the mood down, but at the same time, you know, celebration of life, I guess. So, thank you, Mr. S, for the toast, and how about a cheers and a toast to Spaz? She's a good kitty, so cheers to Spazzy Wazzy. We didn't hear that sound. Oh, is that too low now? That's weird. Hold on. I turned it up a little bit. Again, thank you very much. That's cool. Much appreciated on the Twitch on both sides, actually. Business in the front, party in the back. It's just like living in Dundalk. Mullet capital of the East Coast. I wouldn't say quite the world. Definitely of the East Coast. If you don't know what a mullet is, like a mullet haircut, you absolutely need to look that up. Or just Google business in the front, party in the back, and it'll fill in the blanks for you. More there. That. Sure, that's got a bunch to go into the threads. Give that a little bit extra for the threads. Yeah, the sound, learning the sound, well, one are Twitch sounds, like on YouTube, all the I think all the sounds are my sounds, if I'm not mistaken. Like the like that's just me playing with the mixer kind of thing. Same on both sides, but on the Twitch side, I just used the Twitch sounds because like I set that all up yesterday. Ooh, what is this tiny little French toaster? Luckily, I was able to reuse a lot of the YouTube stuff. That's useful. Oh, look up the movie Joe Dirt. Fuck yeah, that is fucking spot on right there. Let's see, 1.5. Woo. Yeah, that's right. The 1.5 is a little sloppy. Not gonna fall off. Probably not. All right, good. So, where do I want to put that? Right there. Let's see. Need to move my chair to keep myself centered better. All right. Remember, when you're dealing with hardware this small, don't just, start zinging it. Take your time. You cross-thread this, you may not notice, if you're really going to, like, tight, like you're doing a big bolt. Just feather that on there. And really just don't go too tight anyway, because these are tiny threads. You don't want to strip them out by over-torquing. Now, I'm going to go back with the handle and actually like tighten these down, but yeah, it's funny, flange sealant, that's exactly what this was made for, flange. And this, I would assume, is just for machining purposes, so they could line bore the cam passage. Google redneck mud bog. Ooh. Yeah, that sounds definitely sounds like something that would involve a mullet. Snug there. Snug there. Snug there. There. Go back around, finger tighten everything. Handle on, give it just a vague turn. Okay. That's not quite an eighth of a turn, I would say. That one had a little bit further to go. It's all right. Nope. Now that one, yeah, just keep going around. Because as the plate pulls itself closer and closer, all the other screws are, they're going to loosen up as the plate snugs down. So just kind of go around a couple times. Sure, everything's good. Good. Alright. Now we have that. Let's stay in focus. That's pretty good. Alright, cool. So we're getting more stuff done. Where is the mouse? That's over here because I had to fix the thing. Oh shit. Let's see. That also means the mouse is over there. I feel like a modern day MacGyver being on the road and moving people's equipment all the time with the limited resources I have on the truck. Says Mr. Nedabetty. Yeah, there's a lot of gigs you kind of got to do that. Install the oil pipe connector. I think we already did that. Yeah, that's right there. Okay, so we got the oil pipe connector. We have the camshaft and bearings and all that installed. We have those bearings and gear installed. Okay. Oop. Oops. Oh, good lord. Alright, so let's move that. I'm gonna have to keep that handy for this up until there's too much shit in the way, which actually may be the next step. So now we're looking at the length is the longest flat bar. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Black noodles. What? Apply the bearing on the surface of the black noodles, apparently. Nice. Alright, let's see. We have no numbers, which means it's, at least some of it's going to be out here. Let's find the flywheel. Let's not set anything in the goo. Put that on the bearing. Alright, here's the flywheel. So you have that. I'm trying to have that. We're left with the carb, the harmonic balancer, you know, whatever you want to call it, counterweight, the starter in that tray. We have this, and now it just has question mark. Question mark. It's a big bearing, black noodles, and it has a keyway. So let's see if there's anything vaguely matching that. There is something matching that description. I don't see any black noodles, but there's our black noodle bearing. I'm guessing it means black needle bearing, but it translated to noodles. That's cool. What is in here? Hold on. Oh. So there's our noodle bearing. And then it doesn't have a number for the keyway. Just, oh, number 49. Okay, it does have a noodle. Fuck. A number for that. All right, number 49. Where's the other? Oh, the other keyway was up here, right? Stop trying to fall out. Okay. Solder, move that, move the tool thing. 49, that would be here. 2 pieces, 2 by 6. Okay. There's the longest one. There's a short one. There's a long one. Okay. That's one of the ones where everything, all the pieces just blew apart. Okay, so there's 2 2x6 and 2 2x4. All right. So we have the 2x6. So this is here. Apply the bearing to the surface. Right. Let me grab the mouse here. 3 screws are wrung loose. Okay. As long as there's no bearing. Oh, this doesn't fit there though. So they're showing another bearing here. I thought that was what we put on this side. Did we? I thought we put a bearing on here. There's that. Unless we put it back, because that was like farther up here. There's that, and that. Number 40. Bearing number 40. I'm not seeing a bearing in there either. One piece of that. So, and then 2 of number 47. Tiny, tiny, tiny washers. I feel like I remember us looking at those. There's that other short keyway, but putting them back or... Sworn we put that. Is that just grease? No, that's solid. Okay. Oh, that's a one-way. That's a clutch bearing. Huh, okay. So it's supposed to be that. Oh no, that's not a bearing. That's one of the seals. Okay, okay. Now I'm okay. Less confused. Okay. Of course, that makes me a little concerned on the other end. Yeah, I forgot to put the seal on the other end. All right. Just found something else that we can fix. I just got to figure out how to get that. Oh, okay, that clip won't be bad. All right, so which one is this? 40 is 8. 41 is 7. So this one goes up here. This one goes back there. Okay. All right, that makes sense when I was when I was talking about grooves, and I'm like, it doesn't make sense. Grooves face this way or something or other or whatever. That was supposed to be a seal. I think we slid a bearing in there. All right, so we'll take care of that. Actually, let's do that first so that this seal isn't disrupting everything when it wiggles. All right, cool. Just figured out my first mistake. That is fine. We do still need to find that other washer, though. I don't think there's 2 of them there. But that's super thin. We'll see if it moved around some. All right. So it's in a 2mm, I believe. Yes. Handle. This is the 1.5. Wait a minute. Hold on. No. That doesn't go there. Number 53 that was a bearing, right? Yeah, that was a bearing. So it is a bearing that goes there. Where's that other seal go? Yeah, bearing on each end, inside the thing. But then this end has a seal. Okay, that end's going to this. The small seal probably goes in a timing cover. Okay, because this whole thing's going to be bathed. I can see now. Yeah, that whole thing's going to be oil bathed. It looks like. Okay, all right. Just making sure we're doing everything we're supposed to. All right, so that wasn't a mistake. We are good to go. Cool. All right, let's drop some synthetic lube on this lip. Ding. Yeah, the groove. The opening of the one end of the seal has like an opening and the other end's flattish. The opening of any seal goes towards the pressure side. So that when the pressure hits it, that the U's, when the pressure hits it, the U's will, you know, want to push out with the pressure and create a better seal. All right. Whew. Who would win in a fight? A bearing or a seal? A bearing? What do you mean a bearing? Baron or a burn? 47. Is it just one washer or two? Because it sure looks like two. How many does this say there? There was two. Two pieces. Yeah, okay. Oh, there's one. I wonder if it's a coincidence that the dog's outside and my cat's inside are like totally meowing and making lots of noises all at once. I don't see another washer. This is getting old. I feel that one washer is plenty, knowing the application. Like, this is like, come on, guys. Like, we're not going to need the other washer. That's fine, but... And I will say it's not overly clear if it's one or two washers. It may just be a weird picture. Okay, now we can do this. Okay, let's get the key weight up. Let's put just the tiniest little bloop sealant on the keyway slot. Just to hold that in place. And this little guy. Where's that little guy? There, that's a little tweaked. That didn't do anything. Okay. That wasn't too bad on the headphones, was it? Like, it didn't seem too bad when I was tapping. If the seal has the jawbone of an ass, it wins. All right. We'll keep that in mind. Number 40. Okay, so both number 49s get used. So the first one goes on this here. Which we're going to have to aim really accurately because it's a bearing, so you can't really move it much. All right, good aim. Bam. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. This I'm like, why won't it spin? Because it's a one-way clutch. Oh yeah. Well, that'll do ya. And where's that other one? There's a short one. Or is it? Oh no, that's the same one. I think so. Let me make sure. Stare at my bald ass head. I'm guessing that's it. That's the only keyway I see left. Just a tiny pin there as well. Hope we're not missing any keyways. It's not like this is going to be easy to come by. Ooh. Sit, Ubu, sit. It's kind of weird. This isn't like fully captured, too. So, even better reason to put the flange sealant on there to help hold the keyway on. Because it's pretty much relying strictly on shear force to hold it in place. This on the correct way. Okay. Big question mark part, but that was that one weird thing. It's this guy here. Seals have flippers. What, they have flipper ones? They little sealy hackers. It just says these screws are rung loose. Okay. This is quite an unusual thing here. Let's ring them loose. Loose. Loose and loose. I don't know that they do anything else. Unless when you tighten them up, maybe there's something in there, a wedge system in there that grips the crankshaft, perhaps. After again. Okay, so this goes on. Then we get the big boy. Get this heavy feller. Okay. So this goes on this way. Says it should be at least 0.5 of a millimeter, which it currently is. Like in between that gap between the gear and the, well, harmonic balancer, basically. So that's there. 0.5 millimeter, and rotate the 3 screws until they lock. Okay. So I think these are some sort of wedge lock. So we will slowly tighten them together in case it's a single. Oh yeah, it's actually, yeah, it's actually like pulling it in a little bit. Okay. Oh yeah, they are all 3 tied to a single. Feels like a single piece in there. Because as you're tightening them, other ones are getting like way loose. And we're almost there. So that's like an expansion, a round wedgy expansion thing. That's pretty cool. Foxy Boo. Did I miss something? Everyone's doing a cheers thing. Is anybody else in 2 pieces? What? Oh, was anyone else in 2 places at once? Okay. Oh, that was a minute ago. I really got to keep up with chat better. Ah, that was PJ. Damn. How did I miss that? I'm getting wrapped up in this. If you're still here, PJ, sorry about that. I think we're just about done here. Yep. All right, that's good. Don't need that. Sorry about Napa. They never get parts right at mine. Yeah. that's kind of a... I used to be a little better about that. All right. It is recommended to add a magnet and a sponge filter internally to the oil filter. Like, is it literally just an empty thing? Let's put the hose down there. I don't know. That is this little tiny gear right there. There's the oil filter. It's just hollow. Okay. What is that? That is a thing that's round. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. I love how, like, half the parts are just question marks. Let's see. Is that one numbered? Number 61. Number 61. Note the blue mark on 51. Number 61. Love it. Okay. So there's two different sizes. There is a blue one, yes. So which one do you want? It says note the blue one. Yes, there is definitely blue. Is there another pickup anywhere else? I don't think there is. Can't imagine there'd be another. Well, I mean, there's the oil. Oh no, because the oil pump is separate. That's external, so there's not going to be a pickup for that. Oh, and I'm scrolling through everything real quick. I'm not seeing another pickup. Alright. I guess we'll just pick the most appropriate one. It does say note the blue, so let's see. Wait a minute, there's like some big old flat washer it looks like it's looking for as well. Big old flat washer with like a side hole in it. I don't see anything like that. Well, if that's something they just didn't bother with. It looks like it's the cover. No weird washers in there. Definitely no weird washers in here. It's got a question mark. Sometimes it means it's in the trays. Nothing under here, right? Nothing in there. That was just taped off. So you didn't mess with it. Nothing under there. Nothing there. That's one of the pumps. That's the other pump. The bees are coming into my garage filled with beer cans. Yep. Trying to drive them away with cigar smoke is difficult, but I'll make it work. Oh yeah, you gotta give it the old college try. There's no washer, like oil filter related washer in here. So I guess they eliminated that. Let's see. I see a picture of a weird double hole washer. Nope. We're not using it. All right. Cool. Wait a minute. I forgot there's this little pack up here. Oh, there it is. Okay. Fuck. I was like, come on. But no, there it is. All right. Little push rods, gaskets, carb gaskets, head gaskets, whatever that flange is for. Good. I was like, oh, this is like barely there. Okay, whatever. So, sponge, magnet, and sponge filter. I wonder if cotton counts as a sponge filter. Probably not. Yeah, because that's the fibers will break off. Sponge filter. Well, we'll have to add the sponge filter later. So now the interesting thing is it looks like this hole is threaded. As if the pickup pipe were supposed to thread into it. But the pipes are not threaded. So is there another part? There is another question mark part number. It's just a screw. Alright, I guess we'll see if we can find a thread. It might be, I'm guessing it's going to be a hollow bolt. It's just a bolt. I just bonked the camera, sorry. Big ass screw, rocker arms, whatever the hell those are. Okay, nothing in there. My hole is threaded. Shouldn't have tried using fishing line as spaghetti. No, probably not. Oh, is this it? It looks like it. Oh, no, actually, yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Let's see. It's easy enough to find out. It's recommended to apply low-strength glue on the thread of the cylinder. Okay, so that it doesn't thread out. Okay. Like, how far in does it go? Is this just a empty? It does hit bottom. Does this then thread in? I think so. Yeah, okay. So I'm guessing that white thing is supposed to be a gasket. We'll definitely, apply a little bit of sealant there. But for now, let's put that back since we don't have filter sponge. I mean, I can go grab a sink sponge, but I don't think that's what they want. So I'll Amazon up some filter sponge that's oil resistant. Okay. But either way, we'll get this sorted out here. Well, at least leave the oil filter on there. And it looks like the copper part or brass bit goes into one of those holes. Supposedly. Let's see. Oh yeah, actually know how far down we're supposed to go. Let's see, if we're holding it that way, it is this hole here. And that's going to have the pointy ends
like up, so it can, I guess, you know, like cut into the sponge or whatever. They want that to be sealed. Like I said, I don't know how far down to push it, so I'll push it. Well, let's see, that's going to thread down to there. So we're going to want it to be. Man, I really feel like we should be using the blue one. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, let's do that. I think the blue one's a little bit shorter. I think that's going to give us. If that all the way in and that all the way. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll use the blue one. That one's going to be too long. Okay. So let's seal this up pretty good. Make sure you don't get any in the hole itself. That would be a less than optimal experience for you and the engine. So we're going to do that. And just push down and spin as you go. I don't know if that actually helps, but that's what I do. All right, so that is in there. Let's do this. Just to kind of get some of the excess away from where the oil filter housing comes in. Oh, and the gasket too. I don't want so much of this that the gasket. Yeah, actually, I forgot about the gasket. We're going to have to clean that up a little better. Get it back out. Sealant's already doing its thing. We gotta clean the surface off of here. That's where that. I mean, granted, we're putting some of this sealant down, but we do want that gasket to sit as flat as possible. All right, so that's resealed. Kind of tuck that in there. Scoop that up there. Move that over there. Put this over with your mom. What time is it? All right, I didn't miss top of the hour toast yet, but I'm just missing all the chat. Whew. Acetylene torch soot seems to float forever, says C2S. You're not fucking kidding. I always thought that was weird, how like it was like when you're just like you can leave anytime you're fucking ready. I kind of like it here. I think I'll just hang out for like an hour. Like, dude, there's a hurricane. Yeah, just staying. All right, oil filter situation sorted. Anything that's going to be weird is when you go to turn this on. That's going to be dragging on the, well, and just make sure that the filter is not like super stuffed in there because the filter material is going to have to hold in place with this pickup tube and the outside is going to spin while the filter holds in place. All right. And let's seal this. As well. And yeah, like I said, this is adhesive as well as sealant. And as small as these pieces are, anything that has this stuff on it is pretty much permanent now. Would soldering tip cleaner sponge work? Natural sponge. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look. I mean, I imagine they're gonna recommend something synthetic, which, like, yeah, I get that. That's fine. All right, that is in there. Just need that to dry and stuff. Let me verify this thread's on. Yep. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, actually, I'll just leave it on there. Works better when there's less air around anyway. That, and it'll actually make sure that, because there's just a tiniest little bit of wiggle in the threads, this will make sure that the threads are where they need to be. Like I said, we'll do sponge and that whatever gasket. I mean, that's fine. We'll put the gasket in, but we're putting sealant on the edges. Man, this thing threads forever. All right, cool. All right, that good? That's good. Okay, let me pop that. All right, finger tight, not over tight. You ain't gonna need a wrench. Natural sponge may prove to provide too much oil starvation. Yeah, it's probably going to be like a synthetic open cell thing. Acetylene is so carbon dense, it's unbelievable. Haven't run a torch in years, but I still know how. We used to call the soot parachutes something awful. The soot parachutes something awful I will never say again. All right. Oh, we're mounting a starter. Is that going to be in the way of these that keep falling out because there's no goddamn gaskets for them? Shouldn't be. Just at this point, really, the only thing that's going to stop is we can't put this head on. Well, actually, we can't put either of the heads on because if I don't get the same ones from Stirling Kit, then I'm going to have to get replacements, and we're going, like I said, we're going to replace all of them. Should be a little wanky with everything on the bottom, but I'll still be able to get in there and gotta get those rings seated. Yeah, there's two down there, that's fine. Well, two down and one up, but I'll be able to seat those through the top. That won't be that big a deal. All right, so we got that. Now we have the starter, which is here. That's the oil pan. Starter. I remember back in high school, says Frank, the welding class was playing around with oxygen, acetylene, and 20-ounce soda bottles. Rock the whole building. Yeah, that'll do it. First install the screws. First slightly lock it as it is recommended to add low strength anaerobic glue. Okay, so put flange sealant on it so the starter doesn't fall off. That makes sense. Adjust the gap. It is recommended to keep a piece of A4 paper gap and then lock the number 11 screws. Okay. Rotate the flywheel clockwise to see if the gear runs smoothly. We can do that. This is a slightly different starter as well, but it's a good because this has the starter they have just has the gears sticking out. This one has reinforcement. Hopefully that can stay on there. That would be nice. I mean, it's got their name on it, so I'm guessing that's been added. That's cool. Well, it'll be cool if it works. All right, so let's get it on there. Then we'll slap a piece of paper in between there. Just the gap, and yes, that bracket is built for exactly what it needs to do. Let's grab two number 11s. How do they compress the rings? With my fingernails. I don't know. I'll have to see how bad it is. I might be able to just push them in. By definition, the flame front is faster than the speed of sound. Yes. If you hear a loud yelling at Scruff got an answer from the company, Mr. Dog, please disassemble the kit and return for a replacement. Yeah, it'll just all show up in a big box. Number 11. That will be these. That looks about right. Yep. Okay. So we want a little bit of blue. bloobly doobly on these. Let's see what size they are. They are 2.5. Go ahead and put it on the handle so I can, so there's not much clearance right there. Let's put a little dabble dooey on the, just the tip. Okay. And see. Pre-insert. And this is a little tight. A little tight. Might have to get a bong and a blintz after this. What are you doing? What are you doing? Bleh. Okay. Run it up. Back it off. Barely a quarter turn. Okay. Fine. Do I have any just sheets of paper? Not really. Anything in the trash? No, not really. Piece of paper. See what's meshing where. There are a lot of gears in here. Right there. Okay. Piece of paper for clearance. Apply light pressure. And lightly tighten both of these because you don't want to tighten one of them and it like torque and try to pull the starter back away. So you just lightly tighten them both because that way it just finally gets to a point where they keep the other one from like over torquing. You know what I mean? There we go. That's tweaked. That's tight. There's tight. I feel like I want to get a little more on that. Because that is a starter, so there is a torque involved. Is this the right size? It is not. I might have the right size for a little more. Yeah. Oh, well, there's really not much more. I'm just at the physical limit of the threads. Okay. Cool. Okay. Let's see, which way does this thing spin? Kind of feel like that's not great. God damn these cylinders. What are you doing? All right. Let's see here. Okay, no, that's not right. Once I actually get a good grip on it, yeah, I can feel just a little, yeah, there's just a tiny little bit clearance. All right, that's cool. Okay. All right. Where's this stupid cylinder? I want them to fall off. All right, what do we got here? Blah, blah, blah. Lock it in. Rotate the flywheel. That works. Prepare the piston assembly units. All right. Now, we can't install the pistons, obviously, but we can put them together. Oh, it is 7 o'clock. Wait a minute. Yeah, oh, actually, shit. It's 7 o'clock. We're actually at a really good stopping point because it's been 2.5 hours already. Damn. All right. Well, when we come back, hopefully we'll have some O-rings, be they from Stirling or from that. What was that? Oh shit, Mr. S with another give a toast. Yeah, all right. Well, let's see here. Well, how about a toast to I don't know, what do you think, Mr. S? I'll give it to you. You choose something to toast to for the top of the hour there. And I'm gonna take if you want, we can take a little preview just to make sure everything's good. You know, just take that little test puff, and then we'll get the toast from Mr. S. Well, we'll do a Mama Day. There you go, Mr. S. Good one. We'll do a Mother's Day toast on Saturday. For y'all, I don't, you know how I feel about mine. So, but anyway, yeah. Then cheers, toast. Thank you, Mr. S. A toast to all kitty cats and fuzzy butts out there. May they all live fluffily with many treats and belly rubs. Or, well, careful, but you know, cheers. And thank you, Mr. S. again. Okay. Actually, that works. That's a good stopping point. Okay. It's weird that this bolt they have in here just does not fucking fit. Like, I don't know. Weird. Okay. So we have all our small parts put away. Yes, that gasket's in there. That can stay there. Well, let's see. Here's where we are so far. We got that resealed, which is good. That should never leak. Starters in. I like that they reinforced the gear ends. That's very nice. We have our crank and end caps. I did label them in case we need to take them off again. Or plus, we were messing with them. I didn't know if we'd have to take them back off, but just in case, they are labeled because they are line board as they set, as far as I know. And we got this little guy back here, which is just a free spinning ass gear for some reason. I'm betting there's supposed to be a keyway in there, ain't there? Okay. Well, anyway. Yeah, wait a minute. Is there supposed to be a keyway in there? Here. Because that whole end of... No, that doesn't actually show a keyway. It just shows that... No, wait. Now, it does show that it has a keyway. I'm betting that's where that... Okay. So, we'll figure out where the little key for this is as well, and we'll get that in next week, because it looks like that was supposed to be there, but I remember, yeah, that was right. I remember I didn't put it there because we didn't have anything to put. It was just a floating thing, so that's in one of the trays. So we'll do that. I gotta pop the clip and stuff. We'll do that next week. I'll remember that. I'll find the keyway, hopefully, in here. And just for peace of mind to know that it's here. So we do still need one. Alright, so that's cool here. I'm gonna slide back over here. Wow, wake the stream deck up. Alright, let's see. Did I miss anything else on Twitch? Lots of pictures. There's an ad in 3 minutes. Alright, let me finish this off here if you want to grab another puff for the secondary puff thing. Engine looks real size. It does, like it's a nice thing. It's a shame that there's a little bit of weird things going on here and there, but like I think we'll be all right. But Like there's a gear on the key. Yeah, like there needs a little bit of key or stock key, you know, fucking thingy in there. Finding it's going to be the treat because all those little dividers just keep falling out. But we will continue on one way or the other next week. Like I said, hopefully, if I don't hear anything from them on Friday, I'll have something queued up somewhere to order to get here before the next show. That way we can, like, we're getting the bottom end is getting very close to being done. I mean, we definitely still got days, you know, multiple Wednesdays to go on it, but it's coming together pretty nice. Looks pretty cool. All right. You're welcome there, Chippy. I am a YouTuber who streams 6 days a week. He takes Wednesday off. Huh? Oh, I have a YouTuber who... Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Okay. Fire it up. Not quite yet. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here, folks. Again, I appreciate you hanging out this evening and on Twitch and YouTube for the few that are over there. Always appreciate it. And thank you again. All right. I guess the dude's having fun. And thank you again, C2S and Mr. S, for helping out on Twitch. So, I'm going to get out of here. I'll talk to you again Saturday evening. I'll try to get the camping video out tomorrow. Incoming ad break in 55 seconds. I'm just going to, like, I guess I'll just let the ad run, but the stream will I'll end the YouTube stream and just let the Twitch ad run. But anyway, I'll see you on Saturday. I'll get that camping ASMR video out hopefully tomorrow. And we'll go from there. So, again, thank you all. And thank you, PJ, as well. And I will see everyone Saturday. Have a good rest of your week. And be groovy to each other. So as far as YouTube is concerned, I am out of here in a 5, 4,